This from the Mail on Sunday, and Harry and Meghan face make or break time. Toby, what's going on?
Yes, so according to this story in the Mail, Harry and Meghan are planning a year-long thaw in relations with the rest of the royal family, but there is a caveat, which is it's not going to begin until Harry's new memoir has come out, as well as the hotly awaited Netflix series, their fly-on-the-wall documentary series. And Harry apparently has desperately been trying to lean on Penguin Random House, the publishers of his tell-all memoir, to take out some of the more critical things about the royal family, which he now thinks won't go down very well in the wake of the Queen's death. So he's trying to kind of tidy it up a bit and kind of take off some of the rougher edges in the hope that it won't torpedo this plan to reconcile with his brother and with his father. So it sounds a little bit pie in the sky to me. I can't imagine that either the Netflix documentary or the memoir will pave the way for a reconciliation with the family.
No, and there were some rumours in the press in the last 24 hours that the couple were hoping to make peace with the royal family in the weeks and months leading up to the Queen's death, so their timing wasn't brilliant there.
No. One interesting tidbit in this story in the Mail is that when Harry turned in the first draft of his memoirs, which I think it's part of a $40 million 3-book deal, so Penguin Random House want their piece of flesh, and they said they didn't like it. They asked for a rewrite because it was too touchy-feely and the focus was too much on mental health issues. So he's had to go back and spice it up a bit, and now he's trying to spice it down again, so who knows.
It's mad. They're planning a reconciliation after a bombshell memoir and Netflix series. It's like stabbing someone in the back, then dressing the wound. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't work. Why can't we just exile them like we did with Edward VIII? I mean, that worked quite well, didn't it? Just an idea. I mean, I know Harry's showing some regret and he is trying to fix his book. It's a bit late now. I love this as well, Mark. If you're worried about what was going to be in it and you're wondering, is this going to be exciting? A spokesman has said, an insider has said this is about where they've come from, what they've been through, and where they are. I mean, isn't that the most vague nonsense ever?
Shock at his PR speak.
Toby, you know the world of publishing very well. You've had at least one hit book, which was How to Lose Friends and Alienate People, which became a motion picture. And you've worked in publishing for many decades. Do you think that Penguin Random House will get their money back from this investment? Or is this what they call a loss leader? It's just a sort of big ticket signing and good for the brand? Or will they actually recoup those millions?
I doubt it. I suspect that when they entered into that deal, Harry and Meghan were riding high. Their public reputation, particularly in America, was much higher than it is now. I mean, essentially, I think they had a lot of goodwill, particularly in America, which they've squandered since he signed that deal. So if I was, running Penguin Random House, I'd be thinking about how to get out of it.
Yeah. Have a look at that contract and the small print. Because it's the same in politics with political biographies. Autobiographies are really boring and self-congratulatory, and then the biographies, people like Tom Bower and the like, always very entertaining.
Yes, I mean, what made, I think, How to Lose Friends and Alienate People an
cracking read,
international bestseller, is that I was very self-deprecating. I put myself down on virtually everything.
You got a big job in publishing in New York in a magazine.
I worked for Vanity Fair, and the book was really about my failure to take Manhattan. I thought I'd have the Big Apple eating out of the palm of my hand, but I was essentially gobbled up by the Big Apple. It was the land of the unreturned phone call for me, and so I wrote this very self-deprecating memoir, a humorous memoir, but I can't see Harry. But I think that's why biographies sell better than autobiographies generally, because they're a lot ruder about the subject. But if you're rude about yourself, you can kind of might get a few sales that way. And I don't think Harry's going to do that. Who knows?
No, I'm not sure that's in his makeup these days.